Hey guys, it's Chels, and today we're going to be doing another market breakdown. So, again, first things first, I'm going to be taking a look at my economic calendar, seeing what is going on this week when it comes to news events and what is the best days for me to trade this week. So, today, Monday, looks really good to trade. There is no red filter, high impact news. Going into Tuesday also looks really, really good. Wednesday looks great to trade. So, it looks like the first half of the week looks amazing to trade. There is no red folder news. Going into the ending of the week, Thursday and Friday. Thursday, we do have CPI as well as PPI on Friday. So those are pretty much the only two red folder news events that we would have to just be cautious around New York. So going into the first pair that I'm looking at, guys, this is GBPUSD. So on GBPUSD, especially on the weekly here, we do look like we have hit a potential point of interest. Now, it does look like we have a potential to the upside here, but again, I would need to see a break in structure to consider going bullish long term. So I'm going to drop down to the lower time frame here. That was a great reaction on the weekly and the daily here. Really, really good reaction. But I think for me to have more conviction that we are looking for buys, I would need to see a stronger break in structure on any of the higher time frames. So even the 4 hour here, price looks like it's kind of struggling to break above 1.31800 right now. And so I would personally wait till I see volume kicking in for a big break to the upside before deciding on any buys. But as of right now, if you had caught this move right from the bottom, it definitely would have been good buys up until 1.31800. So right now, not really paying attention too much on GU until it gives me a more of a higher time frame confirmation to go bullish. Now, looking at US 30, guys, I do see US 30 overall breaking all-time highs. So we did just tap into an area here. Clearly, there was a great reaction. I want to go look. I want to take a look on the daily. Actually, looks like we did tap into a daily area of interest right here. Now, to me, I will look at this as a potential manipulation. Obviously, we haven't filled in that wick. So there is a lot of orders sitting within this candlestick and this wick. And so I'm just cautious that we have a potential to fill it. So if we do get and hold at where current price is, which is 47,200. If we're able to hold at this area, we may come back down to fill back into 46,600 and potentially buy back up, right? So I don't really like this structure on the higher time frame, especially these wicks on the high of the daily here. I'm looking for the brush. Here it is. I don't really like how this is looking. So for me personally, I would anticipate that we'll eventually fill these wicks in, and just this structure alone, it's really giving me that trend line liquidity, right? Which I don't really like when it comes to long-term sells. I don't think that we are going to continue to sell anymore. At least up until 46,400, like I said. So just in this area alone. And if you look at it as well, it was an area of a previous break, and we're just currently retesting this area right now. So that's currently what I'm looking at, guys. I do see buys for US 30. So if we can hold into this New York session, I do believe that we will go a bit higher. If not, if we do again continue to respect this area, I could see fills. We could actually test back into this range here before we continue bullish, but that's what I'm seeing. And this could potentially actually play out during CPI or PPI as well. Now, going into gold, I am seeing gold was bullish to start off the week, but however, I do know that whatever I'm seeing on US 30, typically gold does the opposite, and I know because I've been trading these two pairs for years. So I also do not like how this structure is looking like on gold. We could just come up short term here, potentially have this reaction and continue to fall, especially on a higher time frame here. I do believe that this wick will eventually get filled in. We might just be testing highs, or I mean, anything can really happen with gold. Honestly, we are still bullish on a higher time frame, so it's not like there was any break in structure on a higher time frame to the downside for us to continue sells. But that's just personally what I'm seeing. And I like to anticipate a lot of these moves. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with that. But right now, not really interested in anything. We could actually push up higher. We could push up higher, take these out, and then, tap into some imbalance to the upside here. So there is still room for gold to push up a bit more. And that might happen going into Asian, and we might actually start getting that correction into London and the next New York session. So that's currently what I'm looking at. Nothing too crazy, guys. I'm not trading at this hour. I would more so like to wait for Asian setups to look on gold, but that's what it's looking like right now. I want to take a look at the session breaks really quick. So I'm going to pull up the session breaks here. Yeah, I mean, right now, New York's current high, we are actually testing into this previous area. So if this again holds, we could see sells to the downside. And we could even just come up into the last area where we broke structure, right here. We could even push into here. Again, don't know if we're going to continue lower than that, but I do see sells actually up until 4,040. So that could be a potential play on gold as well, as US30 is going up. But other than that, guys, that's just what I'm looking at for now. And I hope you guys have a great trading week and staying cautious in the markets.